What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. This one is about blacks buying guns or gun shows, or even going to get your what do you call that? Come on, concealed handgun license. I bought another gun. Um, I, I purchased the gun maybe last month, but I got it a couple of days ago. I mean, I don't mind showing you, but if you on YouTube, just type in M85 and you'll see the type of gun it is. I got it for a good, decent price. Like now, but here's the thing. I've gone to gun shows. I've gotten my handgun license or whatever. I purchased firearms, and in this particular scenario, every now and then I watched how people who weren't black get treated, and I watched how people, brothers got treated, or myself or other guys, because I'm a person that sometimes just sit back and watches people. That's one of the things that I do. So here's what I'm gonna tell you, because I think sometimes people need to see what's going on, because I've seen some people come in like a deer caught in the headlights, like something's off, and sometimes something is off, but sometimes you just get people who are gun enthusiasts. So I'm telling you, it's two different things. One is this: if you if you just dealing with guns in general, you go to a gun show, people are going to either just talk about guns with you, like person to person, just like you would talk sports talk, or they're going to be prying for information because they nosy, and since they want to see why you're buying a gun, because they, to a degree, it comes off like they feel like they need to get guns out of fear of you, and you getting a gun out of fear of them, or to defend yourself from them, seems a little threatening. So here's the thing: when a person is just a gun enthusiast, y'all gonna just talk about guns, really. Like, what you looking for? I'm looking for such and such. Oh, I like those. You know what? You could get one of these too. It's kind of like this, because it's just people sharing information and knowledge. Like, my personal preferences, I like guns that are reliable. I don't like guns that are unreliable, in the sense of, if I pull it out and I got to use it, I expect it to work. You know, I don't want to have to. You have to maintain your firearm no matter which it is, but I don't want to have one of those firearms that may be suspect when you need it. So we'll talk about different, that type of thing, or calibers, or just talking guns as a point to size of person, because some people, they get this thing where, just in conversation, where you gotta buy the biggest, baddest, meanest gun, but you gotta realize that you're not gonna necessarily, if you have to use your gun, you want something efficient and effective. Having the biggest thing, having a big gun when you're a big guy is cool. Like, one of the good movies I like is Faster, with The Rock in it, right? It looks like he has a snub nose 38. That's because he's a big ass dude. You get what I'm saying? But what he has, damn, I forgot what the hell that was. It's like a snub nose, like 357 or some shit. But the handgun is like this fucking big, like the revolver is just this fucking big. You get what I'm saying? But if you 6'7" and 270, it should have looked like a snub nose. You could just put it in your pants, because you're that big. But a regular person, no, that shouldn't be this big. You'd be you'd be shaking to hold it, because it's in a recoil and kick. No, so that kind of conversation, that's just a person who likes guns and talks guns with you. Now the other kind of conversation would be when people come up to you who are just being nosy. Like, I've been in the situations where I've went to purchase something, and I'm minding my business in this direction. Somebody from that direction, who I wasn't even paying attention to, come. How you doing? I'm such and such and such and such. And I just want to know what are you doing? Yeah, and oh, do you do this too? Oh, I do this too. And what I mean by that is this: nobody walks up to people and asks them a million questions that they don't know at all. It's just not good etiquette from person to person. But these people are nosy and curious. And sometimes, yes, they give off that racist vibe. And sometimes, yes, they are passively, aggressively antagonizing the situation because it's an off-putting setting, and they really want you to, they really fucking with you, see if you're going to slap the shit out of them, and that way somebody can say, oh, see, it's no reason for this guy to get a firearm. He can't control his temper. You got to realize, when you're in those circumstances, just chill out, like, whatever. So, because I often see people, like, get turned away. See, that's the one thing why I'm making this video, because some people just get turned away. And here's the thing. I know why you're walking away. But if you came there for a specific thing, to get a firearm to protect yourself, just stay the course. Because walking away, you might have to. It's an anomaly to have a black gun dealer, so you're gonna have to deal with this no matter where you go, for the most part, unless you just know somebody and you built up a rapport with somebody and y'all cool like that, But initially, you're gonna have this issue. Now, also, it's the same as when you go somewhere and somebody feels like you can't afford something, or you're not supposed to be there, or they're looking down on you because you're buying something that either they want and they haven't gotten, or they feel like they're better than you. Like, when I purchased my last firearm, I had been to this spot previously, just making sure they have all these situations. Because listen, one other thing, fellas, ladies, gentlemen, when you buy certain guns, you can buy them online for a cheaper price, but they will have to send them to, like, a store that sells guns. They can't send it to your house. So you're gonna need to, where you buy it from is gonna have to contact where you're gonna pick it up from, and you're gonna have to pay the people that you pick it up from too to give it to you. But in that process, you might go one day and you see somebody else picking up a gun, and you might, they're gonna fill out their paperwork, have a little small talk conversation, and run a check, bang. Now, I've seen them do this because they were doing it before I actually picked up my firearm on another occasion, because I went to this particular store to let them know, look, I'm gonna come back here to pick up my gun from you guys. This is who I said. So you call the people. I was at the store anyways, but you can call their corporate offices and give addresses and all that. But at the time, I was just at the store, so I did it there. I still had to call a corporate office though. But I'm saying that to say this: the guys in there, they came in there, how you doing? Blah blah blah. Now, they got their box. They didn't open their box. They left them alone. The guy's like, okay, bring me my gun. Let me check it out. Blah blah blah. That wasn't a scenario with me. They looked at me, double checked me, look at me again, look at me. Somebody come over. How you doing? I'm minding my business. Look at me. Who are you? You got my ID. I just need to verify this is who you are. You got my ID. What's your address? It's on my ID. Well, say your address, motherfucker. Okay. Okay, oh, now that we know that's your address and that's your name and you're who you say you are, yeah, okay. Now we're going to do the information. Mind you, I've seen these exchanges happen, okay? So everything's filled out, enough of that nonsense. Okay, we're just going to wait on the background check. Like, what the fuck? A background, I already got all my licenses. Like, what the hell are you talking? That's the background check. But okay, go for the background check. And then somebody else comes, okay, whatever. So everything clears. So the guy scans everything. And then does the whole fucking process again. And I'm sitting there like, man, this motherfucker. So now that he does everything again, and everything works out the second time, and oh hum is over here running his fucking mouth, and other people are here just, and I want to explain this to y'all too. Sometimes people are actually trying to get business done, but when they're fucking with your business, that time that they're taking effing with you creates a hold up with them. So some people are just waiting back. They're like, God damn, why is this shit taking all long? So people may get an attitude, but they may not get an attitude with you. They get an attitude because they're normally seeing this happen and it doesn't take this fucking long. So they're like, what the so they hovering around. You know, some people leave, some people come back, some people get a little antsy and say a few things. Not to you necessarily, the person, because I didn't have that experience. Another thing that also happens is I see younger guys coming up, and this is one thing that sucks about my name is pretty basic in American terms, very basic. Like if you saw my name on a piece of paper, you know, you wouldn't say you would think I could be a white guy. You could think I could be a black guy because of the names in America. But when your parents name you something that's just a little too much, sometimes they're gonna give you attitude off the bat. You know. So brothers with those, those names, because you got to use your full name and shit for these checks, right? Know that the minute they see your name, they're gonna act a fool. Same thing when you calling in. The minute that they hear your voice, when you trying to, look, I need this license and this license and this is what I'm looking for. And they once they get a beat on your race, they're gonna play stupid. But just deal with it, because it's a process you're gonna have to go through. Because at the end of the day, you deal with this on a regular basis anyways. But this might be something more important for protecting yourself, when your life is at stake. So don't walk away from that. Some battles are better left just because, to be perfectly honest with you, when you get your gun to your car to your house, that's the mission that's completed. All the bullshit that goes on in the middle is an aggravation, but get past it. All right.